Let's talk to the Chief Executive of IMIX, who helped organise the charities letter, which was sent to the Home Office. Jenni Regan joins us now. Jenni, first of all, any response from the Home Secretary?
I had to just check with your producer what was happening with the Home Secretary, because it's been obviously a day of breaking news. Nothing as yet, but the very reason we've written this letter or brought this letter together is because we feel that she should be listening to the charities, the organisations who have to live with the Home Office policies day in, day out. The massive backlog in asylum cases, which is really causing people immeasurable harm. And as we've seen very starkly with the situation in Manston this week.
There are no quick fixes to this issue either. We've spoken to various Border Force officials and previous Border Force workers over the day here on Sky News. And as you point out, the size of the backlog and the number of people that are coming across, over 1,000 just in one day over the weekend, this is not a situation that anybody can wave a magic wand over, is it?
It's not, but there are, the letter calls for a fairer and more kind of workable asylum system. At the moment, ever since Theresa May kind of coined the term hostile environment, all the Home Office policies have been around deterring people from getting here. We've seen the Rwanda policy, which is both incredibly expensive, inhumane and unworkable, when actually there's been no focus going on what's already happening, the people that are already here. People are waiting 2 years or more for asylum decisions. And the reason we've written this letter and the reason people have signed is that they see day in, day out the issues and the poverty faced by those just waiting for a decision. People can't work when they're waiting for an asylum decision, which means that they're forced to live, forced basically for the government or for the Home Office to pay for accommodation. But they're also forced to live in poverty and in limbo. And we're just really asking that the Home Secretary begins to listen to those who have lived experience of asylum and those working in the front line.
But isn't it an obvious thing that if we have a massive backlog and if we have a huge number of people here that, as you point out, are not living in great conditions, not able to contribute to society, an obvious thing to do would be to stop any more joining that list of people and those people in that situation. So deterrent is key to this, is it not?
But we've seen that the deterrents don't work. Although Rwanda hasn't yet taken off the ground, we know that even when there was a threat, it didn't work. People were still arriving. There are no safe routes to get here. And we know that most of the people who cross the channel, around 91% of people, have come from countries where they are, they are almost guaranteed to get asylum. People from Afghanistan, people from Syria, people from Eritrea, where we know there's horrendous human rights abuses. So why not just allow some form of safe routes? There's many ways of doing that, but rather than forcing people to cross the channel, particularly people from places like Afghanistan who've been promised safety in this country, but who are unable to actually now take advantage of their systems. So we know that people who cross the channel, most of them are people who would get asylum anyway. So it's just up to us to make sure that the process works.
You say that, but the recent reports about the number of people who are coming from Albania, which of course is not at war, it says that the number of people seeking refuge from there is higher at the moment than those from countries currently at war or conflict, like Afghanistan. And of those, of Albanians who are coming here to seek asylum, half are granted asylum, which is still a large number, but half aren't, which does suggest that there is the issue of illegal immigration from countries where there are not wars is an issue.
I think it's interesting to look at actually statistics, and yes, we know there's been an increase of people from Albania, and we also know that there's good reasons for people to travel from Albania. As you say, around 50% of them do end up getting asylum, which is still a very large number. However, in August, the Home Office stats themselves actually revealed that the top nationalities of people making boat crossings include people from Afghanistan, Eritrea and Syria, and 97% of their claims are successful. So I do feel as though we desperately need to support people from Albania who do want to come here, or who do need to come here, sorry. But I do feel it's been pushed as a bit of a wedge issue from the government to detract from the horror of what's really happening.
OK, Jenni Regan from IMIX. Very good to talk to you today. Thank you.
Thank you.